dude, don't you ever wish, sometimes I'm like, dude, if I could sing, you have any idea the damage I'd be doing to the, sorry, I had to plug my phone. I mean, could I prepare it all? Also, could I turn off the fucking air? A brutal day for Philadelphia. We just got we lost to the Cowboys. But, you know, everybody's like fucking losing their shit. Like, I had like so many text conversations going with my friends. Like, Philly is like, I don't know. We got a lot of tough people in Philly, but also the biggest fucking ship jumpers, just turncoats that are like, oh, it's over, it's over. Like, dude, we lost 3 games. Take it fucking easy, dude. Can we, everybody relax, please? You know, I'm like, dude, the Niners, I think the Niners are legitimately a good football team. Dallas, Dak Prescott, any quarterback who has to get sedated to get tattooed, if you're a grown man who needs to do anything to get tattooed, I honestly think you should fucking look in the mirror, maybe I think you should probably call it a life. Like, it might be time to check out, you know? But, I mean, he's playing his ass off. What are you gonna do? Everybody's like, I love the fucking Eagles until one game, 2-3 games get bad. It's like, yeah, dude, it's the fucking NFL, Chief. Like, what do you mean? It's very hard. It's very hard to win all the time. And it's really hard to win when your offensive coordinator is a fucking nightmare. It's like, dude, A.J. Brown dropped 2 big balls. Devontae dropped a couple balls. It's like, dude, everybody's not going to play perfect. If we still win out, it's like we're still, I don't know, everybody needs to chill. That being said, was I freaking out? Like, dude, I got over loving, like, I stopped liking football. Like, I forced myself to not like it. It was like, I don't know if you guys play video games, but I had to stop playing Madden because I punched one of my cousins, like, at a family party. I can't, my temper, I just don't have it. You know what I mean? I do not have the temperament to be able to deal with shit like that. I mean, I wish I'd turn on my fucking, I spit on a car today. I spit on another lady. It wasn't a lady, but there was a lady in the passenger seat, and I felt bad, and then I looked, and the person who cut me off was the husband or boyfriend. And did he turn his head? No. I'm like, dude, I have no problem with you. Back in my day, if you drove aggressive, you would stand on business if somebody confronted you about it. Now, if somebody drives like an asshole, you pull up to him, it's some fucking pencil neck pussy. Like, come on, man. It fucking drives me nuts. By the way, happy birthday to my boy John. My boy John, he owns Bean to Bean Coffee. That's my fucking dog. If you live in Philly, I don't know if he still does them, but they did fucking pork roll empanadas that when I had a day off because I had to go to court for for things I've done. I had court and I was like, dude, I need to get this. Dude, they had a pork roll, egg and cheese empanada that, I mean, I would have dug. It was so fucking good. I wanted to find the chef, kiss him on the forehead, and then dig up his great grandmother and kiss her on the forehead. It was so fucking good. It was unbelievable. It was fucking unbelievable, dude. It was so good. I forget what I think he wanted me to make a joke. He was like, can you make a joke about Epstein or Harvey Weinstein? I think he said don't Epstein myself. I don't think I mean, Epstein, if he means Epsteining myself as in like start a child trafficking ring, I mean, even if I was built like that, like if I was that kind of guy, I'm not industrious enough to start like a ring. Also, I'd be too selfish to bring people in on my operation. You know what I mean? Like when I was getting regulation pussy, like hot chicks, I'm like, I'm not hooking my. Remember when dudes would do that? Like, I don't know if you guys were pussy getters when you were younger. But, like, if you were a guy who got chicks, your boys would be like, yo, tell her to bring somebody for me. Tell her to bring somebody for me. I'm like, what am I, fucking Justin Bieber? Dude, I'm happy I'm here. I can't be like, hey, bring some girls from my friends to fuck. Like, you realize how insane that is? You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, no. You get to listen to us through the wall. Is my phone recording? Oh, we're still cooking. I mean, I gotta come up with a better operation than this. Like, I don't know. I like that it's bare bones, but it's also like, if I'm being real with myself, what's the next step? Because what am I gonna do? I actually might. Would you guys be into if I got a GoPro and just film myself driving, and then like when people are cool with it, film myself working? I'll show you guys what's up. I'll show you guys how I lay it down. You know what I mean? Because I lay it down. I'm pretty sure I got drunk last night and tweeted at Luis Gomez that I want to fight Adam 22 and Blueface. Honestly, I'd fight any person who's like any modicum of success who beats chicks up. Adam 22, I want to beat him up just so I fucking can't stand that pussy. I really can't stand him. I don't know why. And Blue, like, dude, you let a guy fuck your chick for like views? What's wrong with you, dude? And Blueface, I just fucking hate that guy. And he's my size. I would fucking crack his face open like an egg, boy. Yeah, I think I would mix that. I'll fight both of them, to be honest with you. I don't know. But back to the Harvey Weinstein. It is tough because it's like, obviously a piece of shit. You know what I mean? There's a lot of bad guys. Puffy, R. Kelly. Apparently P. Diddy's. Is it Puffy or P. Diddy? I forget which one he went. But it's like, dude, Puff Daddy? You didn't think that guy had some problems? Puff Daddy or P. Diddy? Diddy the Diddler? You know what I mean? Like Harvey Weinstein? Pervert names, man. It's clear as day. That's why I could never be a cop. I could never, ever. Like, I love true crime, and I'll hear guys like, that's not how you do an investigation. If I was like watching a guy and he did something I didn't like, I'd be like, he fucking did it. He did it, dude. Look at the way he walks. Like, you ever see a guy who like when they walk, they like bounce on their toes with their feet turned out? I'm like, yeah, he's fucking guilty. He like Star Wars, dude? He's done. You know what I mean? He's got to go. Dude, I'm having so fun. I got a couple... there's a couple dudes I know that are like, you know, they're like... I don't care how people feel about stuff, but like, people who are like super fucking, like, the vax is perfect. I'm like, dude, I don't know enough, but it's like, there's some problems. Can we be... Come on. Like, I know I barely graduated high school, so I'm never going to be the guy that's like, dude, I know what's up. But, they're like super vax guys, and, remember Aaron Rodgers, like, wouldn't get the vax, and now he's healed up? All I do is send them memes of Aaron Rodgers healing. I'm like, dude, that fucking... If you don't vax your Achilles, they're strong as hell. I don't even know what the point of this is. I'm just struggling, because I did drink... I mean, I think I drank like 3/4 of a bottle of Espolon last night. Espolon. It is embarrassing because I do love tequila, but I'm so white I can't even fake. Oh my god, I got an ingrown hair in my beard too. What the fuck? But Weinstein. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Dude, I mean, my ADD is so bad. It does suck when people act like, the few people who do listen to this podcast, like, I went to my I mean, I'm still not getting to the point, but I'll get back to it. Weinstein. I went to do my fucking best friend's electrical panel Saturday, and I would have rather went to fucking Sinner's Paradise where I did that sex club, but just got bent over and railed. Because it's like, everybody's always like, dude, how long is this going to take? And I'm like, I mean, for me, how long do I want it to take? 45 minutes. But I won't know how long it's going to take till I open it up. You know, it could take 300 years, or it could take, I don't know, man. I gotta open it up and look at it. And I got my cheeks clapped. It sucked. But, my buddy Jim, he at least went and got shit for me. And Home Depot, we got problems. Because you know Daddy was at self-checkout. And, dude, the price of wire between there and a supply house was staggering. It was like 4 times the amount. So if you're gonna get work done on your house and you need wire, go to fucking Electric Supply House. You know what I mean? Even if they don't give you the fucking over-the-counter, like, they're gonna give you over-the-counter price instead of like a contractor price, but it's still better. Like, Home Depot, pieces of shit. That's why I mean, to be honest, that's just me justifying stealing from there. So that is what it is. But I got a new tool this weekend. I did that. I don't even remember. Oh, I did the thing for my best friend and his lady, Lindsay, was like, Ryan, your ADD is like, these are people that have known me my entire life, and they're like, to watch you talk to yourself is just you, like, you know, it's upsetting because I don't even get to the point. She was like, Ryan, could you finish a fucking story? She's like, some of them I know the story and you don't even finish it. I'm like, well, you know, start your own podcast, get a work van, talk to yourself in traffic when you're hungover and you're on your way to work. My fat bitch was my baby girl, my beautiful princess was fucking decorating our tree last night. I worked my dick off this weekend. I did that, and then I went and put an outlet in for one of the plumbers I work with. That wasn't bad. And then some dude got my number off a girl I know, and everybody calls you and they're like, hey man, there's like a breaker tripping. What do you think it is? I'm like, I don't know, dog. Like, I gotta come look at it. What do you mean? I can't diagnose over the phone. I am the fucking man, but I can't do it over the phone. Thank God I got there and I was like, I bet this is what it is. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. All these fucking losers, like, if you buy a house in the city and it's new construction, pretty much if there's 4 houses in a row that look the same, just rest assured your ass is, like, your house is just a shit show. That cop just had one of them sombreros on with a plastic thing over his head. Also, you know how bad it is, like, I'm not going to say I was like a formal full criminal, but I was selling things that aren't allowed to be sold. You know what I mean? I had a long career of selling illegal things. And Philly is so fucked up now. I heard 2 more cops got shot over the weekend in the face. I'm like, dog, it's so crazy that I was in court for a year and a half for a fucking DUI. For a DUI, and then maybe having a mild physical altercation with somebody. Then I was in court for a year and a half, innocent, by the way. I was in court for that long. Dude, when I got arrested, I was in jail with guys that got booked for having a Glock with a switch on it. It's so funny that, like, Glock with a switch sounds pretty cool, right? Like, that's a cool thing to say. If you don't know what a switch is, it's the little dudes are apparently 3D printing switches that go into your Glock. I guess they don't re-engage, so you can just fucking let the chopper sing. You know what I mean? But black guys are they were calling them Glocks with a turkey. They had a turkey on that. Like, how do you make that sound? Like, I don't know. Like, if a white guy said that, that's the gayest shit ever. Black guys have such a way with words that it's amazing. It's staggering. Where was I going with that? I don't know. Philly's just fucked up. It's crazy. But dudes with gun charges were getting sprung before I did. And I was like, dude, what? Because I mouthed off to one fucking... The prison guard, when I got arrested, it was like 3:30 in the morning, and they're like, you get a phone call. And I'm like, well, I don't know my girlfriend's phone number. Who knows their girlfriend's phone? Like, what is this, fucking 1996? I was like, I can call my best friend that lived down the street or my mother. I'm not waking up my mother, my fucking insane mom. Love her to death. The best woman that's ever lived. But I'm not calling her at 3:30 in the morning. If I called my mom at 3:30 in the morning, I'm like, oh, I'm in jail. She would have been like, say less. I'm making sandwiches. I'm going to come down and break you out. She would bring sandwiches to the jail. But I didn't know anybody's phone number. So I'm like, dude, I was like, I don't know. I was like, can we get a timeout? Can I get give me a couple hours. I'll call her like 6 in the morning. And the dude was like, yeah, we'll call her when the guards shift. Like, when there's a new shift. I guess they do 8s. What do they do? 3 8s? I guess there's 3 shifts. And the next fucking shift comes in. There's no clock, so I'm like, it must have been like 5 hours by now, right? And I saw a new fat guy that was guarding the jail. And I was like, yo, I didn't get my phone call last night. Can I call somebody? And he was like, fuck you, white boy. And I was like, fuck you, you fat fucking I didn't behave correctly. And I was like, fuck you, fat motherfucker. Look at you, fat pussy. And apparently they put my paperwork in the bottom. So I'm fucking waiting in there for a whole nother day. And yeah, there was guys getting booked with guns that were getting up before me. I'm like, for behavior? I didn't have a gun. Come on, man. Let me cook. Let me go home and get some cooking. So yeah, I sat in there for, I don't know, it's just crazy. Where was I going with this? Harvey Weinstein. Jesus Christ. I don't even know if any of that made sense. What am I talking about? The Eagles lost, I'm in shambles. But honestly, it's hard to get mad when like you got a baby coming next week. I'm like, dude, perspective. I'm literally trying to like, you know, when you're watching a sport with a woman, and it's just annoying because I spaz. Like I don't know, I'm a spaz. I'm fucking freaking out, and then you look over at the girl you're with, and she's like recoiling like you're gonna hit her. I'm like, I'm not gonna hit you. I don't know. I'm sorry. So then I just get quiet, and then you see more psycho. So she's like smiling and like looking at me. We were gonna decorate the tree while we watched the game, and she ended up just putting the balls in the tree. What are you gonna do? But nothing's better than watching a fat chick put decorations on the tree. You know what I mean? But dude, thank God she didn't get ugly. Because there's some broads. I've seen some chicks get busted. You know what I mean? I know some women who've got pregnant and you're like, apparently you get ugly if you're having a girl. My chick stayed cute, thank Christ. Thank you, God. Also, when everybody's like, oh, you need to keep banging her, it makes the baby come sooner. I'm like, dude, how small is your dick? How small is your penis? Because I'm not saying we're swinging like, you know what I mean? We don't got a hammer 8-inch, just saying. But everybody's like, yeah, fuck till the baby comes. We tried to fuck like, I haven't got pussy for a month. We tried to fuck like weeks ago, and she was like, I was like, oh, good. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you're like me, but if a girl's in pain, you're like, oh, I'm coming right now. Just kidding. But I was like, is this good pain, bad pain? She was like, yeah, we cannot do this. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, what are you guys, half-dicking chicks, or you have just that small of a piece? That's what people like in comedy podcasts, bragging about your dick. Anyway, Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, these guys are all freaks. Puff that, P. Diddy. Who else? P. Diddy, R. Kelly, a bunch of fucking nasty little dirty guys, huh? But it's like, you gotta... I'm to the point now where I'm like, let Harvey Weinstein out. At least we'd get good movies, dude. Like, I know the guy's a little jerk. But it's also like, am I out of my mind? Because, like, you know, I know a lot of chicks banged. What was he doing? He was banging chicks to get him in movies. And it's also like a weird thing because it's like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of those actors who got in trouble, like, I remember, who was the one guy? There was some actor who got in trouble for cheating on his wife, and he banged like a barista that was an actress. She was like, well, he was an actor, so like he used his power over me. I'm like, isn't that why most ugly guys get power to bang chicks? Like, if you don't have like any kind of riz going on, is that what kids say? Riz. I rizzed her up. I gave her the riz. People will change the name of anything to try and make it sound cool. Yeah, like, isn't that the point of getting power? Like, getting good at something so you can get pussy? That's a slippery slope. Like, obviously, if you're holding, like, a promotion over a chick to bang her, that's not nice. You know what I mean? You're being a jerk. You're being a little jerk. You're being jerkish. But, yeah, I mean, Harvey Weinstein, I'm like, can we let the guy out so I don't have to watch Marvel movies anymore? I would suck a dick for Good Will Hunting 2. It's my favorite movie. It might be. I think my favorite movies, I don't know if you guys saw Old Henry. Is it Old Bill? I think it's Old Henry. I love a good Western, dude. Tombstone. What else do I like? Tombstone. I like 310 to Yuma. My favorite, I mean, I love Goodwill Hunting, Hell or High Water. I don't know if you guys seen that. That's a dude movie. Propane, fuel, and oil. Dude, propane. I mean, yeah, free my guys. Free anybody who's gonna make a good movie. Unless you're a pedophile. Pedophiles, you gotta go. I just saw a propane thing, so it's spun me. I've been listening to this true crime. I think it's called Mortal Sin. There was some church, I guess, in Washington or Oregon where people, I guess I don't know what the churches are called, but like, I mean, what's going on in your head if a grown man can talk you into doing some wild shit? I love seeing a guy. That's what's fun driving around, like commuting to work. You'll see a guy that's dressed perfectly and you look at his car and his shit's smashed. Like scraped on the side of it. Like this guy is dressed crispy next to me. God damn, black guys have style. But his car is smashed up. You know what I mean? He looked great. I'm also like, aren't you not supposed to wear a jacket in the car? You know what I mean? Like, isn't it gonna crinkle you up? I don't know. He knows better than me. But I do love seeing a successful looking guy and then you see his car and you're like, I made some poor choices, huh? College, you gotta go in and stunt on your coworkers. You gotta park your car in the back of the parking lot because you're like, I kind of overextended myself with these student loans and now it's coming to get me. You know? It's like, dude, you should have went to trade school. That's not on me. That's not on me. You should have went to trade school so you can work 10 hours for your friend on Saturday and not make any money for it because you're too good of a guy. That's what you should have done. But, what can you do? I wonder what I would have done if if I got put on Adderall, I wonder what my life would have been like if I would have went to finish school. What would I have done? I can tell you what I probably would have done. I probably would have gotten into some kind of sales. I remember when I was a valet, the dudes were like, yo, you got a good, we're still recording, we're still cooking, thank God. I mean, that's just where I'm at. I think I should get a GoPro, and then I'm going to film myself working on stuff. Would you guys be into that? Anyway, if I went to fucking, did I ask that already? I think I'm just waking up, and I'm like, have I talked about this, or was this a fever dream? I mean, my whole life feels like a fever dream at this point. I'm like, Ryan, you had to come in that lady? You had to come in her? What are you going to do? It's crazy that I'm 35 and I think my hair is getting thicker. This is nuts. Also, my girl fucking made a creative decision and changed our fucking coffee at home, and whatever it's called, it looks like some kind of hippie coffee. It's Cali something. Cowabunga. I don't know. It's fucking cow would get thrown in the trash. It stinks. I think I would have gotten into some sales. When I valeted, they were like, dude, you have a salesman's personality. You could sell some fucking Toyotas. I'm like, brother, I would rather fucking put a gun in my mouth. Yeah, I don't know, some sales. Like my girlfriend's friends, boyfriends, they're all like successful business guys. I like hanging out with them because they're like, I don't have any friends that went to college. I don't think. I got boys now. But none of my like close friends growing up were fucking carpenter, HVAC. My three best friends, well, all my best friends. My one guy's an appliance repair guy. We got him on deck. My other best friend, HVAC. My other best friend, carpenter. My other best friend, tattoo. My other best friend, he's an operating engineer, works at a racetrack, and that's like, it's the funniest trash job ever. It rules. Yeah, all my boys just do that shit. My fucking cousin's construction. One was a prison guard, and then, not a prison guard. He like worked at a youth prison. He went to college. My two cousins went to college, and one had 4 underage drinking charges, and one had 5. So that's the level of intelligence I'm dealing with, which is so funny. My cousin Billy, I love him to death. He got. He got caught, I forget, I think he was selling weed in his dorm, and the dude, what's that guy called that lives with you guys? He's been on the podcast before, my cousin Billy. He had like his guy, what's that guy, like your CO at college? He's like the CO of your dorm. He just makes sure everything's running properly. But I guess he got caught selling weed, and they called the cops on him, and he's outside in socks, and it's snowing. and the cops came, and he like was on the other side of a bush from the cop and just kept running in circles. That's like I don't know. I think that like I told that story very poorly because I'm a little hungover. So let me fucking live, dude. It's Monday morning. No other comedian is driving a work truck to work hungover and trying to fucking make content here. I hate content. I really do hate content. Like, thank God I'm mentally ill, so I actually enjoy talking to myself because I feel like this is my therapy. I fucking hate people like that. Comedy's my therapy. I'm like, well, why don't you make your therapy session a little funnier, dude? I would rather you walk off the side of a bridge than this be your therapy. You know what I mean? Because I have to go up later on this show. Nothing's worse than when, like, you start to suck less at comedy and people are like, do you want to headline this? I'm like, not really. I really don't. If I don't get to pick the lineup, because now I gotta watch guys I hate do something I like and they're bad at it, you know? Like, everybody has bad sets. I'm talking about people who are bad. Just, that's another, the cool thing about comedy is the only thing, it's like one of the only things you can get into that people try to, like, give advice that are bad at it. Like, I don't know. What are you gonna do? I mean, I'm so sorry. I'm trailing off at this point. But what was I talking about? I have no idea. It's gone. It's gone forever. I got an ingrown hair in my fucking like mustache right here. Nothing's worse than when you get like a pimple, either in your facial hair or it's just in the territory of the lips. You know what I mean? It looks like there's like troops on the, like troops outside of the gates, and they're like, is that herpes? You know? It's not. One time I dumped a chick and she tried to call me and tell me I gave her herpes. I'm like, wow, okay. What a wild lie. You know what I mean? Because did it freak me out? Because weeks later I got a cold and I got a cold sore. And, I went to Planned Parenthood with a cold. I've never been more embarrassed because I went there like freaking out. I was like, check my dick. It's over. It's done. It's all over. I mean, I was such a psychopath. I really pray to Christ my daughter's not a nightmare because, dude, I was such a fucking psychopath. One time I banged a chick. I was banging a chick for a week and I gave her a key to my apartment. Me. Little old me. I did it. I met a chick, she saw me at a comedy show, and I was like, yeah, I'm not one of these, dude, if I hear one more comedian's dating another comedian, I'm like, dude, the whole point, the reason you started comedy was to get pussy, right? Most of you, yeah? You started to do this so you could get the pussy, and you fucked the chick that's doing this? I don't want women who want attention. That's the worst thing you can. I mean, I dated a couple of Instagram ladies? Yes. Who hasn't? You know what I mean? I want chicks who want attention for nothing. I don't want chicks who want to share their opinions. The worst. You know? Unless I really hope that YouTube. I hope I get kicked off of YouTube before my daughter's like with it enough to look at these videos and be like, I love you. You know what I mean? I love you, but I hope she can't see any of this. I hope society collapses by that point. You guys ever think about that? If society collapses, like, what are you gonna do? I need to get more guns. That's what I need. Because that's what sucks. I wish you could just like, I wish sword fighting became a thing. I feel like I could get busy with a sword. You know what I mean? I'd be a hatchet and a small knife guy. Have I talked about this before? Probably. Do you guys like the movie Braveheart? Oh my god, look at this old guy. Look at him. I mean, struggle bus. You didn't see it when he first got out of his car. He's like, what? You know those old guys who they get out of their car and have to like stare at the ground to prepare to balance themselves to get to Wawa? But Braveheart, I fucking love that movie. And remember the scene where they get this Irish guy, this little crazy motherfucker, and he's like, I'm the most wanted man on my island. And they're like, my island? He's Ireland? He's like, yeah, it's mine. I'm like, I love that guy. I think that was Conor McGregor's inspiration. Also, do you guys watch the fight? Holy shit. There was fights this weekend. Khalil Roundtree. Anthony Smith. Also, shout out Harrington. I watched Mike Harrington from Gas Digital, and I fucking love Mike Bisping. I don't know why. I usually hate the British, and then I found out my 23andMe, I'm part British. I'm actually like big chunk British, which bothered me. I don't know why, but if I make my decision I hate a country, and then I find out I'm part of that, I'm like, oh, I love Bisping. I just always like Bisping. I like any guy who's not like crazy talented, like physically talented, obviously beast, but like he's not a freak, you know what I mean, like a genetic freak. But he was a dog, dude. But I watched Harrington and his live stream of the fights on Saturday, yesterday. I didn't watch it, I listened to it. But Anthony Smith fought Khalil Roundtree, which why are you taking that fight, dude? Short notice. Since Khalil went to fucking Thailand, that was my dream when I was kickboxing. I wanted to go to Thailand. You know what I mean? Just go live there for a few months and get good. And, but Khalil, since he's gone to fucking Thailand, dude, his fucking Muay Thai is vicious. But Anthony Smith got fucking starched, dude. Jesus Christ. And it's so funny because he was like, I'm not scared of Alex Pereira, which is like, I don't know. There were so many guys, like when I used to do kickboxing tournaments, like dudes would talk shit. Like, I'm not scared of you. I'm like, yeah, you don't have to be. Like, I wouldn't be scared of, why would you be scared of me? You don't know who I am. Yeah. Like, I would talk, like, not, like, funny stuff. I would just be like, dude, it sucks your girlfriend's gonna see me walk out to fight you, and then, like, you know, she's gonna look at both of us and be like, what do you mean? It's gonna suck to get beat up by a hotter guy than you. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? I realize you're jacked, I'm skinny. You know what I mean? You're jacked, and I'm gonna have to fucking put my knee through your sternum. What was the point? Oh, Khalil Roundtree is just fucking, he's petrifying. Dude, I want to see him and Pereira fight. But his fucking, dude, his hands are nasty, dude. Anthony Smith just looked slow. He's getting up there, but I'm like, dude, why are you taking that short notice fight against a guy like that? I don't know. But they were good. That fight was good. Who else was good? I don't know. There's good fights this weekend. But holy shit, I'm almost at work. I don't know how long I've been talking, but dude, it sucks so bad because, dude, last week I tried to record so many podcasts and I couldn't figure out. I kept like overdoing my memory or whatever. I need to get. That's why I think I want to get a GoPro. I gotta get, dude. Also, I don't know what date it is. I think next Monday I'm gonna have my girl on the pod, Big Z. And she's like, I have to come up with topics to talk about because she doesn't want to get fired from her job. I'm like, we're talking Israel-Palestine, baby. How about those fucking university people being like, what were they saying? I guess they were talking about, I guess is it against the bullying policy to say you wanted all Jewish people to die? I'm like, that's not. I thought it was violence if I like said your old name before you decided to change it. I thought that was violence, but then I can't say I want to kill a group of people. Like, can everybody fucking get a grip, dude? I don't know. It's like, that's like one of the you almost want society to. I want something to happen because some guys, people need to get fucking checked, dude. I remember when, like, I'm not a guy who likes cops, right? Like, I never liked cops. I was not a behaving person my whole life. But I'm like, I remember there was a point during COVID where fucking you would go to an open mic or, like, any kind of comedy thing, and these fucking pussy comedians would be like, we don't even need cops. I hate cops. I'm like, you need cops. No, I don't. I'm like, what would you do if I decided to take everything you have right now? Like, there's so many dudes who talk so much shit. Like, guys would say stuff like that. I'm like, I could, like, hold you down and just take everything you have, right? I'm sorry. I'm just realizing. All right, I got him. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, I could just do whatever I wanted to you. Like, who would you call? Your dad? I'll fuck him up, too. And Well, I'm not saying that like I'm a tough guy. You know how many guys who can fucking manhandle me? Like, Jesus Christ. I might get my boy who holds mitts for me. Because, like, that's an upsetting guy to be around. Because, like, I don't consider I'm not a pussy, right? But I'm also, like, it's not lost on me. I feel, once you start training, like, if you've ever trained in your life, it just makes you so aware of how big of a bitch you are. You know what I mean? Like, I've won a lot of kickboxing, like shitty kickboxing fights. And then I know in my head, even if I win this, I gotta go back to the gym and get beat up by fucking, there's 90% of this gym that can beat me up. So you can't get cocky. Everybody's like, yeah, good job. I'm like, no, not good job, because you're still, you know what I mean? You would stun me. But I don't remember what the point of that was. Who's fighting this weekend? Ian Gary. I want to see how he does. I mean, Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson's fighting Paddy the Paddy. I remember when everybody was on Paddy the Paddy's dick, like Dave Portnoy. It was so funny when Barstool got into fighters. And I'm like, yeah, like a fighter for their personality. That's a good business decision. That guy's stand-up looks like everybody that fights at Gas Digital stand-up. Just fucking winging punches like a lesbian. But, Paddy the Paddy. But he's fighting Tony Ferguson, which, like, dude, I love Tony Ferguson, but you wish there was forced retirement for some of these motherfuckers. So I'm like, dog, it's over. And then he's fighting with David Goggins. Who's going to carry the boat? I'm like, who's going to carry the guy with brain damage that you're putting on a treadmill for 3 hours? Because what are we doing? We're working on Tony Ferguson's mental toughness? News to me. News to me that was a problem. That's never, like, when the fuck has that been his problem? What are we doing? What are we doing? Guess who's at work? Daddy. Your boy. I mean, rich people love... What's going on here? I hate cars that... I hate those LED headlights because you're like, are your high beams on? Are you fucking starting shit with me right now, dude? And you're like, no, it's just those good LEDs that look like they're like peering through your fucking brain. Well... Boys, girls, I fucking hope some girls listen to this. And you know I was just horsing around about the sexual guys, abuser guys that should get out of prison. You know that. You know I'm fucking around. I mean, I have 3 apprentices on the job today, and they're parking like fucking, oh my God. I'm gonna crack some skulls when we get in there, dog. These fucking dudes, man. I swear to God. Don't mind that whip game. Lock him up and throw away the key. I mean, you should see how these guys... Some of these construction sites I've been on recently, there's just so many fucking guys here. Like, we need a parking service. A parking service, a valet. We need a valet squad. That would be nice. You get one of the Mexicans that are doing sheetrock to just handle valet. Did you guys ever work valet? Best job I ever had in my life. When I was a kid, man. When I was what was it for? Well, I was a bus boy. First job I ever had. And I fucking tricked the dudes I worked with to be like, hey man, nothing's worse than dealing with bar glasses. The last thing you wanna deal with in the busboy industry is bar glasses. I convinced this idiot that I'm the bar glass guy. And I convinced that moron that was harder to deal with than the dishes because I didn't want to touch people's food. I remember I did one day, my first day, I thought somebody said they were done, but they said they wanted it to go. So I took their food into the back and threw it on the trash, and then the server came out and he was like, dude, they wanted that to go. So they, this motherfucker scooped out of the trash and put it in a to-go case. So then I told the guy I worked with, I was like, you should handle the food, I'll deal with the bar glasses. That's how you know that this podcast is at the point of being done. It's over. I'll see you guys later this week. Inshallah. Let me know if you want to see construction videos, dude. Because I'll put a GoPro on my fucking tits and I'll lay it down. Ta-ta. Look at this guy watching me.